What is up, old school RuneScape pals, buddies? What up? So this is going to be like another little project I'm going to work on. Welcome. Thank you for clicking the video. This video is going to be about the start of another series. I just like series. I like that. The whole progression of that. It seems really nice making a bunch of episodes. Easy start, easy finish. But this series is going to be about trading specifically. What I'm doing, like, I don't know. I just wanted to turn the mic on. I didn't really plan this out or anything. This is all freestyle, so this probably won't do that well, but I want to do like a, something else. I want to do more because I went from doing 7 videos a week to like 1 a week, and I'm losing my mind. So this is going to be like, what's coming to my head right now is just Road to 1 trillion. We'll just call it that. I have like the streamer series I want to work on, which is Road to 10,000 accounts. Road to 1 trillion. I think that's a pretty ambitious goal. It would be really cool to do that and to document it here. So that's kind of what this is going to be about. And so yeah, I think it'll write itself. But thank you for clicking. And before we hop into it, what I'm kind of working on, I just want to ask if you're interested in that or interested in supporting a channel where I'm just a guy who's playing RuneScape and wants to like show the community how to make money. And I actually care. I don't want to sell you stuff. I don't want to. It's not some get rich quick scheme or anything like that. I'm not trying to like hype you up or use any like fancy editing tricks or other like tactics that other. And I'm not talking crap about people who like edit videos well and stuff like that. But I just want to give you a real, the best of my ability without making it a complete dog poop. If you value that, I would like you to support me by liking, commenting, disliking even, because then I know that if the videos suck. But I'm not. No feedback is bad feedback. No feedback is feedback. Okay, I'm tangenting. I'm gonna try to just round it off here in a few more things. But yeah, if you could please subscribe, comment, like if you find value, or if you want to like get into that sort of relationship with me, that'd be amazing. So this is Road to 1 trillion. Let's just pop into it, I guess. So I don't really have a lot planned. I'm just gonna shrink myself really little here. I just got the group Iron Man going down here. I just didn't want to like, I don't want to have to like look screens and mess with my OBS, so it's just gonna be on the screen. But I just wanted to log in on my 3 main accounts. And this is gonna be the debut episode, the intro episode. It's gonna be completely like unscripted, freestyle, and stuff like that. It's just whatever. Again, it's all feedback I get. But so this is 2 days, 9 hours, 9 minutes ago. The previous time it was 5 days, 15 hours. So let's quickly just do that math real quick, just so we can see how long it's been since I logged in. So 15, we'll just say 15 plus 9 hours. So that's 24 exactly. So it's 2, so that's, fuck. My work was super brain rot today, so I can't really fucking think right now. Times 2, sorry. How many days is this? 1. Oh my God, 1 day. So 8 days ago, 8 days and 9 minutes ago is the last time I logged in on these mains, and I may have shown you guys on the YouTube what they have been up to. So I do have to slide this guy off the screen to put my pin in. This is my main, and I just wanted to start it off. Well, you know what I mean? Like we'll just do like kind of a bank run, whatever. Oh my gosh. Oh God. Sunos does weird stuff sometimes. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah, Road to 1 trillion. So let's just kind of take a look what's been going on. I've had these in here for 8 days. So just for reference, for slow selling, close cycle selling for pure essence, I think that's good to mention. So we got 154,000 in sales, 154 in 8 days. So that's 20K a day. I don't know. You know what I mean? For a free-to-play item that's like 0 loss, that seems pretty good. And if you spread it over more sell slots, you'll sell it a little bit faster. I don't know. And then that's 100% ROI because the investment for pure essence is 1 GP. 1 GP, no tax, whatever. 100% ROI if you just want to be patient. Patience pays. It's just one little strategy. And a no-brainer strategy. I will probably sell this to a bulker so I can get the cash back. Well, it's only 36 mil, so actually I might just slide this onto a bunch of... that'll be cool. I'll slide this onto maybe like 10 accounts and just spread it over 30 accounts selling in all 3 slots, and then we'll kind of get... this is probably going to be a weekly or a bi-weekly thing, just so you guys know, just so we can get some checks, and I can just kind of show you the progression of my account farm and stuff like that. And then I got to figure out time to put in the Road to 10,000 again stream so we can start hanging out and chatting live or whatever. on top of that and build that up so you guys can kind of see where I'm going there in the progression of the amount of accounts I have and how I deal with issues with, let's say Jagex Phallus bans me. Maybe I can get that taken care of, whatever. I don't know. It'll be a lot of fun. But yeah. So the other things to look at here is, as you can see, this is a pretty good proof that, like, if you acquire a lot of elemental runes, they will sell. I'm pretty sure these... I'm not sure how accurate this timer here, my timer here is, but they did all sell at 5. I got what I was looking for. And the jugs of wine I had on my experimental counts, they sold just fine. Mithril darts are finally selling. Then I have 5 million that I need to sell, and I got all of these at 4. So that is a 3 GP margin. And they float around. They float between 7 and 5. So maybe, you know, by next week or a couple, I'm gonna wait. I'm not really caring. I don't really care if 35 mils tied up here. If I was doing my old strategy where I was putting all my money into accounts and had more of like a monthly strategy or a weekly strategy, I would care a little bit about 35 mil, because that is almost 10 accounts for me to just get activated. But right now, just, you know, starting this off nice and slow and consistent, just kind of wanted to showcase too that this does buy at 5 very consistently, and then you gotta wait a little bit for 7. But if you wanted to just pitch for, did I say 4 before? I think I said 4. I'd have to check those accounts just to double check, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure I got all those for 4 off the one account that was doing that stuff. Do it the long-term flippers that I had. Yeah, so that does sell them. Mithril darts is a good pick. I like mithril darts a lot. A lot of people use darts, and mithril darts go in and out of the Grand Exchange quite a bit, so this is a decent pick to go for. Pure Essence is really good. Jugs of Wine, members not so much, but this is a valid pick at 3 for free-to-play players, it seems to be. And then, yeah, so that's it for this account. Coming over here, Grapes kind of like went to wild mode, so when it comes to like consistent, safe flipping, they were at like 12, and then they were selling at 14 pretty well. So they had a high investment cost, like a high upfront cost and a low return on investment. But I got lucky with this set of 20K I got, and some other trades too. I had gotten a bunch at 12 before they like spiked up to 18, because there's a supply shock. That's usually what that means, because the demand really flies up. If the demand flies up, then there's less supply, so then more people are going to start bidding each other, going to go to a bid war, and then blam, we got ourselves, you know, a big spike. But, you know, 6 each, 6 times 20,000 turns this 20,000 1 GP margin into an 120,000 GP trade. So for a free-to-play item, it's probably an item you could watch, and if you practice with it a couple of trades, let's say 10 trades, I feel like this would probably be one that you'd look at daily. You check, you know, I'll show you the website just in case this is your first episode. You're gonna go to this website here. Prices, runescape.wiki.osrs. And sorry, I know this may not be like super sexy content for the person I wanted to make this for. Shout out Rack Flipping in the Discord. Rack Flipping. I'm actually replying to you right now. But yeah, shout out Rack Flipping. This is kind of like, I've been kind of stuck on the fence about like what type of content to make, and he really steered me. He's like, with negative feedback. That's what, okay, little tangent. I just want to show a little appreciation here. He showed me negative feedback. He's like, I'm uninterested in your other series, in Money Talks. And I was like, oh, why? Then he told me he was interested in the trading and the flipping side of stuff. So I'm sure there's other people out there that are more interested in the trading part of the stuff I'm doing. And I kind of just left them behind. And that's kind of this road to 1 trillion, whatever. That's kind of where this niche is going to kind of fill that. Hopefully this content niche fills that gap for them, or shows you guys a little bit of love too. So yeah. So how you get to prices, how do you get here is like, you'll just go to Fire Rune, let's say, and you'll go to the wiki. And then from the wiki, you'll come down here on the, maybe I'll just make sure you guys can see that. The Grand Exchange here, you know, it says like exchange by limit daily volume. You want to click, there's a large chart. So this is how you check the entire life of an item, I believe. See, this is what I mean about Fire Runes, man. They have just been where they're going to be for a very long time. But I just want to mention this so you can look at an item's entire life, so then you're able to figure out if it has why it's been going up, why it's been going down. If you really want to like research an item, this chart will help you start the search. You know, what happened here? What happened to fire runes here that made them sit up so high? What really happened here to make them go up to 7 GP? That's like super anomaly. Why did they crash to 4.4 for so long here? You know what I mean? All of these answers. What's up with this volume down here? You know what I'm saying? So this is good for a macro sense and for you to find events like updates, for you to find events like big bot waves getting banned or whatever when a new bot came out. You know what I mean? There's like a lot of things that you could track to kind of see how an item moves. And if there's no updates like affecting an item, like let's say fire runes, you know, like it'll help you invest. That's all I'm saying. That's just a little tip there just to help you invest a little bit. So then you want to go to real-time prices, what I wanted to show you. So if you go to real-time prices, you can get a daily tracker, weekly tracker, monthly tracker, yearly tracker. This is just the tool I use. There's a bunch of other ones like GE tracker, whatever. I'm sure there's a lot of other, you know, get into a community and just chat about it. That'll help you find picks. A lot of people, if you get friendly with them, like in our Discord, link down below, if you hop in our Discord and ask about what picks to go for or what people are doing, more often than not, you're going to get a little bit of support. So yeah, this is one of those things. I just want to talk about grapes just to circle back to what I was talking about before. Grapes, after like 10 trades, you'll probably be able to figure it out. So we got ourselves a new high and a new low here. But if we go to the weekly chart, we got ourselves quite a swing. Not that bad of a swing, actually. So if you take the weekly chart and you go, okay, so it's looking like 1617. 1617 is the low. And, you know, prices are looking on the 30-day chart to actually go back down. It is actually rising. So this would be a bad investment for a long term, because when you want to do long-term flips, you want to find the all-time lows, not all-time highs. But this would be an item you'd want to track every other day just to make sure that you're not losing your money while you're waiting for orders to come in. But, I mean, if you're a normal RuneScape player and you're playing every single day, this is just a fine item to trade, because then you'll be seeing the results daily. You know, if you go to if you play RuneScape every day, you're going to the Grand Exchange every day. I just wanted to show you this little extra resource in case you're kind of more of a passive player like I am right now. Yeah, so back to the grind, baby. Grapes are still good. That's all I'm saying. If you want to expand out of the core items I tell everybody to pick, which is elemental runes, then pure essence. Cool. Okay, so we have 62k fire runes here in one slot over 8 days. So that one slot is worth, okay. Another thing just popped in my head. This is important, I feel. So when I set a goal for trading, free-to-play traders, that's my goal, is 30K right here, okay? So what that means is over each slot, this is my goal, 30K a day. And, people may or may not like that goal. They may have different goals for their accounts, but this is just what I want to say to like free-to-play, or people who are like looking to get into flipping with this more high-volume stuff, whatever. The consistent high volume, low margin items. This is what I want you to go for personally. Even like a 20,000 would be good, a good goal to start at, a good expectation to start at. I could confidently tell you, if you do like fire, pure essence, and air runes, you'll over a year average, if you took how much money you made, you stuck with it, you would make this per day if you stayed on top of it. That's all I'm saying. Per free to play account. Okay. So what that means though is, you want to be going for 10,000 a slot. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So if we take 60, we'll say 60. No, it's 63. It's only 12 off. So 63,000 divided by 8 is giving you slightly less than 10K. You're under goal. Okay, so then that makes you think: is this still worth it to me? This is where you go, okay, I feel bad now that I missed my expectation of 10,000 for the slot. Is this within a good threshold for me to keep this item? Yes or no? I would say yes, because I don't really care. If I made money, I made money. If it wasn't 1,000, if it wasn't 10%, I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky guy, and I don't really get tied up exactly in how much profit I'm going for. This is just a target to go for, but if I do get a 20,000 on an account, I'm not upset. So if we divided that by 3, we're beating that low expectation I have. Thank goodness there's the 7 at the end here, or else this would be the devil repeated. I'm just kidding. Sorry. So we got well over goal there. So I do like this slot doing fire runes. So it's a productive slot in my eyes, okay? We did make a sale here, and air runes, they're hurting a little bit even more. They're hurting a little bit more, actually. You know what I mean? So we're just going to do the math real quick, if I cared a lot. And again, this is freestyle. No, this is super choppy, but This is below my even my low expectation. So I would rethink. I would keep this in mind if it didn't recover after our next few trade iterations. Let's say another 7 days from now. If this did not beat, so what I would do is I'd pull the item out so that when I look in here in 7 days again, I can just see what the new rate is. And if I did not come back from hitting my goal or even my low expectation, I would probably drop this lot and go for another item, or like maybe 3 times, just to give it some time, because there's like these huge swings in volume that comes in and out for a lot of different reasons. Like, let's say I deploy all 500 of my accounts, you're probably going to see a little bit different returns on the items if me and you are competing for the same items. Does that make sense? Anyway. Yep. Very obvious sell here. Very easy to predict the sales here. You're going to sell. If you get, it's usually slow to acquire, fast to sell. Like fireworks, for instance, will sell. Like if I put them in there, let's put them in there right now. If I put them in there at 5, they'll probably sell almost immediately. Like while we're talking, we will see this start to sell. Then let's just note that the pure essence here in the top left account is doing really, 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 really well. Compared in 8 days, we were able to sell 482,000, I believe. Well, I just will note that maybe that was sitting there a little bit longer, but potentially in 8 days, we were making about 60,000 in sales. It's hard to believe, so I'm going to have to look back, or if somebody really cares, I would have to look back. They might have been sitting there a little bit longer, but I have had accounts sell about 30,000 in a day. It sells pretty good, and I have other people in our Discord that are doing sales close cycle with Pure Essence that seem to only give it praises. They are satisfied with the rate of selling. Okay, so let's just move down to my bottom left account here. Kind of wrap this up, and then I'm going to kind of give you guys the strategy, what I'm going to do, and what you'll see next week to look forward to or whatever. So the Ancient Essence cycling is working really well. We're acquiring and we're selling at a pretty decent rate, and I'm sure this would be like a lot more. I'm sure I'm getting them a lot faster than I'm selling them, but I feel like if I stayed on top of this a little bit, this is just a nice little cycle rotation. So if you want like an easy item with some no-brainer profit, just for without thinking, take 10 mil cash stack, chuck 5 mil at 10, and then get your, or you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Okay, so you'll take 5 mil, buy it, then reserve a slot to sell it, and then with that profit, cycle it back in, or have one selling and one buying at a time or something like that. It's super consistent. I've done this trade. I've won this trade every single time I've done it. This is a shout out. This was a pick from somebody in our Discord. I forgot your name. Feel really bad, but this was a pick from somebody in the Discord. Now, if we look at the Pure Essence, this one, I do believe, let's say 250,000 over 8 days. Seems a little bit more believable that it was sitting there for that long. But maybe it was sitting longer. But still, even if it was half that, in 16 days, I could see that selling that much. Let's see. You know what? That'll be one of the experiments here. We'll just we'll pull the cash out, and then we'll figure that out in a week. Now we'll know. And I'll pull it out here too as well. But whatever, that one's all sold. But that's going to be a good first experiment to check out, like the rate of sales there. And on this one, he's been buying a little bit longer. So this one's probably been chilling for a while. Based on this, all 50K, 6 times 7, so it'd probably be a month. If this was selling in a month, I don't believe that. Okay, sorry. This is a bad data set right here. So this is just kind of disregard. But we will start checking just to find out how much we do make close cycle selling for 2. Just to kind of get an idea of what's happening in the market right now. But yeah, we're acquiring mithril darts very well, and we're selling mithril darts pretty well up here. So this is a good cycle. These are like my standards. Also, I think I had another big trade. This was one of my secret picks from before. If I could find it. I don't remember which one had it. Right here. I remember putting money in another episode, and I had gotten 30,000 maple longbows. I told you guys to go for it at 85 to 90, and then kind of just put it back in for like 105 to 110, and then it usually like swings from that cycle. So like right now it's at like 112, but if I put an offer in at 85 and give it a month, it would probably come through. And this one is kind of like a hit or miss, but as you can see here, it does win. So you got 85, and then I was able to sell it for 119 each. So then I bought it all for 2.6 mil, and then I sold it all for 3.6 mil. So kind of a longer trade, but it's just another thing for you to try out and kind of find where the money is. Yeah, but that's all I really got for you here, I think. So then what's next? The next thing will be probably just going. I think I'm going to, I don't think I'm going to liquidate, but I'm not going to liquidate. I'm not going to pull anything off the main trades here. And I'm going to keep them all around. So this guy's going to probably get, no, that's fine. I may keep about 20 mil on my main here in cash. Yeah, this will get pulled out eventually too. I may get 20 mil. I'll leave 20 mil in trades here, or in buys, I think is what I'm going to do. And then take the rest of my cash. And then I think I'm going to deploy it all for fires and pure assets. And we're just going to, because I'm going to start off with what I know. And then we'll see how much we acquire over the next week. So next Monday or Tuesday or something along the lines of that, I will just do an updated trade update. And maybe I'll, at work, I'm going to try to think about some other spicy picks. Maybe talk to the gang, some other stuff they're curious about. What other types of trades maybe you want to see? Leave me a comment down below. Yeah, we're just gonna go for 1 trill. 1 trill. That's gonna set the record high, or not the record, but the goal high. Because when I gave all my money away, that was the most money I ever had. But let's just let's 20x what I had before. That sounds kind of fun. And trading is probably gonna be my best chance for me to get there. Maybe I'll experiment with endgame content, but I don't really see that with the time with my my other RuneScape channels and stuff like that. And we're at 284 subs. I also want to say that's amazing. And if you made it this far, please sub. My goal is to get monetized, and this channel has been my baby out of all 20 of my channels. So I do give this one special treatment because the old school RuneScape community means the most to me out of all of them so far, or not so far, but out of all of them, because I'm a RuneScape player. Like, if you asked me what I played, I'd say the first thing I'd always say is always RuneScape. I would just always say that. But yeah, I think that's it. I think trading too. Actually, one more thing. Actually, now that I remember, we'll touch in another. Where the heck is it? Oh, the X is up there. Okay. Let's check out World 45. I'll kind of just break that down. That'll give me like another 10 minutes of gap in here. Like I said, I brought this up in my Money Talks about how you can get 24 slots. And then I got to talk about RuneScape 3, and I got to do trades on there and stuff too. So here we are. Deadman Mode. Let me just blow this up. Here's Deadman Mode. You're going to have a bunch of people standing here. This is everybody's mule. This is a mule account. This one's my mule account. And everybody knows this is my mule account. This one's been... There's a thing that people used to do. They used to bait. And as you can see, I have like 55 million fletching experience. Isn't that impressive? Okay, actually, you can't see my stats. So I'll just move up. I'll fly around the screen here. I'll go to the top right here. Anyway. 57 million wood cutting, 55 million. It sounds pretty impressive until you hear that it's times 5 XP rates on this server. And that's one of the reasons why I really like it. But I have 31 mil cash stack. I'm doing a few little trades here. But when we look back here, I had gotten bowstring a really long time ago. And then I saw that people were really hurting for them because I take long breaks from this. And then I kind of just recheck all the items that I've been collecting. And I remember getting bowstrings a long time ago for like 50 each or something like that because people didn't want them at all. And then I saw that they were for sale at this. So I sold 60,000 of them. So if we just do the math on that real quick. And this is super passive. It's not going to be like a lot of money really fast. But once you start gaining momentum, it's just a thing that happens in life. As you gain momentum, if you keep trying, it's easier to go when you got momentum. So as you make money, it becomes easier to make money. So take 300 times 60,000. That was an 18 million profit flip. Maple logs too. I've been picking up maple logs for 30. And then I saw that people were buying them because there was whatever gap. I remember when Deadman Mode Apocalypse ended, or one of the first Deadman Mode where they transferred the seasonal items to the permanent world. I had picked up like a fuck ton of resources for on the cheap because everybody was looking to make a lot. You know, they were just looking to dump their gold to swap it, which killed the whatever. But I had bought so much steel bars. And did I sell 30,000 of them here? Is that what I was seeing? Yeah, they're going for 1,000 each. I remember picking them up for like 300 each or something like that. Let's just check to see if it's still on the radar. Yeah, I bought 1,500 here for 350, 30,000 for 350. And as you can see here, like the steel bars now are about 1,000. Let's just price check them right now. This probably won't buy. Yeah, so they're probably chilling at 1,000. Yeah, close to 1,000. So that's 600 each times 40,000. If I hypothetically. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. There's a 24 mil flip. And if you want to see the rates, we'll just get the Discord up with the Deadman Mode where most of the swapping I see occurs. We're just going to look at. So this is Deadman Mode, whatever, I don't know. But we have scammers here for people who scam people, and it's updated quite often. They got, let's see, gold swap buying. So people are buying for less than 1-to-1 right now. But some people are buying a little bit more. So like this is it. So that affects the trade. When we come down here to selling, so it looks like a lot more GP came into the game for some reason. But for a while we were sitting at 1 or 0.9 or whatever. So like, oh man, I should pull up the history. But in the history of this server, the prices fluctuated from 1 to 3 per GP. So I mean, like that may hurt now, but this is just one of those like fun little side things. But it's 8 slots to trade for free. It's like I try to go for items that are like I try to underbuy items and stuff like that, just experiment, and also going for bowstrings for 100 because not a lot of people have money to throw around. Plus, then like you just look at the items to buy here, like whips. I think these used to be like 2.5 mil, but now they've dropped a lot more. So I picked up a lot of those during the influx of items into the Deadman Mode. I know like Barrows is really good. Prayer potions. For the longest time, my first moneymaker for passive money making in this server, my big grand scheme was to make Saradomin brews because they were 20,000 each on here. So each Saradomin brew at one time were worth 60,000 each, old school. And I was camping giant mole. That's why I have all these seeds. And I was making, I don't know where they are, brew. Yeah, I had a lot more than this. I remember I sold a lot of them, but I was camping giant mole with like a rune crossbow, and I did like 1,000 nets worth. I think it was 1,000 because I didn't want to cash money out until I had 1,000. But as you can see here, I have a lot of toad flax being used and shit because this market is super weird, super all over the place. Like at one point, I've gotten flax for like 10 each, but then they sell for like 30 to 50 each. Bowstring is really all over the place. Logs are kind of solid because of the elk price, but even like I was making tuna fish or tuna potatoes because sharks at one point were like 2K each. Let's see what they're at right now. This is probably super cheap. This is one of the yeah. Shark has a 300, but what is that on 07? Yeah, as you can see, we have like a big. The market is really weird and different. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys that if you wanted to play around on here, get yourself some money in Deadman, which is pretty tough. I mean, if you could swap it in and stuff like that, but it is pretty risky to swap. But okay, that's all I got for you guys. So yeah, I'll just one of these days I'm going to do what I said. I'm gonna take all my money out of these accounts and I'm just going to deploy to Fireroot accounts and Pure Essence accounts, and we'll just see how much we can get in a week, and we'll just go from there and just track the whole net worth. We'll track net worth because I don't want to like get my cash stack together all the time because that's like super annoying. Like I took a picture of a match, my first max cash stack with a bunch of platinum coins in my my simi collection, but Also, part of the experiment will be taking these 18 mil pure essence and spreading them out over 10 accounts and seeing how fast they sell out that way. So, okay. Thank you very much. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please share whatever people do. Would love to be monetized. It'd be super cool. Even if I made like $3 a day or $1 a day or whatever, just making any money trying to teach people how to play RuneScape or trade RuneScape would be like, it's like a huge dream of mine. But yeah, thank you very much. Thank you everybody in the Discord. We just hit 90 members in there. It's really cool. Link down below. Join the community. Come chat. But yeah. We'll see you later. This one's going to be super rough. I'm not really too concerned about this one. This isn't my whatever. Bye.